Hello and welcome to another ZoidRush video. We're here and we're back. I know it's been a while, ladies, gentlemen. Hello. Let's go Bears. Anyway, let's get right into it. So I wanted to congratulate both CLG and Fnatic for winning the championship. Fnatic for the EU LCS championship, winning first place yet again. Holy cow, Fnatic, you are on fire. And then you also have on the other side CLG for the first time ever in what, a few years now that they've come in first place, and they beat their rivals at TSM at Madison Square Garden. Insane, insane, insane. So congratulations to Hotshot. Very emotional, very sad, built up rivalry that I hope we see more and more of. But one thing I really wanted to touch on is CLG. Um, the best thing that CLG has done, and I think this is a great conversation to have because I think we've talked about it in the past, and let's bring it forth again. Why not rehash some old drama? But the best thing that CLG has done is actually gotten rid of, or Link has left, whatever the case may be. Link has stepped down and has left CLG as the mid laner. I think this is one of the best things and one of the best moves that I have seen in a while in NA. I mean, we've seen a lot of moves and we've seen a lot of successful moves. I'm not saying like it's the end-all be-all best move ever in NA, LCS, or NA competition for League of Legends. But it is one of the best moves, one of the most notable moves, because you just seen a huge transformation, I think, in CLG within the last year. They just keep growing. They're very strong as it is. But right now, there's no internal issues. Everybody gets along, believe it or not. And it just is, it's flowing. It's flowing nicely. It's like Cloud9 all over again, just like pretty flowers and wonderfulness. But why do I talk about this? Because there's other changes that we've had in the past. I mean, we could look at TSM as being an example. TSM had a support change right in the middle of, right before playoffs actually last year, and they did pretty well. I mean, we got rid of Glebe, and they just kind of steamrolled from there. It was just like a wake-up call. They just kind of went forth and won first place, which is insane. But why is CLG so important? Why is Link a big thing? And I think it was a big thing when he left. And honestly, it was an ego thing. And for the next team that has Link, I mean, good luck to you. And Link, you are a good player, but you're not end-all, be-all, godlike player. And it just really showed how big of an ego and how much he wanted to manipulate and control things in CLG. Just in any team where he believes that everything needs to be perfect. And I think that's where a lot of the core problems was the miscommunication between the mid laner and the jungler. And it just, everything has changed. Everything is better and for the best of CLG. And no, I don't mean to toot, like I said, I'm not here to toot CLG's horn. I'm not a CLG fan. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. But it's just, like I said, within the last year, we've just seen such a huge transformation. Starting off with CLG getting pole belter and getting things right off the bat. They did choke. They had a little struggle, little incident there. Once again, Xmithy with his Sejuani ults. I mean, he just completely whiffed him. Where'd that go? Over there. Anyway, and just complete chokeness is always from CLG. But this split, they really showed it. They really picked it up and took first place. And it's a huge thing. And it's to see the next level of CLG choking on the world stage. Sorry, I can't give them too much credit. You know, if I start giving CLG too much credit, everybody thinks I'm a fanboy or jumping on the wagon. And we can't always talk about the good things because all of a sudden you're like, oh, you were never a CLG fan. What are you doing? Why are you talking about this? It's fine. No big deal, right? But CLG now in the future is going to be great, and seeing him at a world stage is just insane thinking about it. Like, how many years has Doublelift been on the analyst desk, and this year he's actually going to be playing against some of the better ADCs. He's going to go up against probably Uzi. He's probably going to go against just the best of the best ADCs. He's going to go against Depth for sure, and that will be a show in itself. And NA being the #1 seed, that we always have this hope, we always grasp on, like, oh my god, they're so strong, this is it, this is our year, and then we get there and we're like, this is Korea's year yet again. Maybe that will change this year, but it's really insane, really, really awesome. Congratulations once again to CLG. It just, getting rid of Link, I think fixed a lot of problems, a lot of communication errors, a lot of internal conflicts of just this egoness. I mean, Paul Belter is more of a laid back, and I'm not even really comparing them. I was thinking about that. I was going to make a video versus compare Paul Belter versus Link, and I don't think it's a fair comparison. But Paul Belter has proved himself. I mean, he went up against the best in NA. He went against Bjergsen, who's a really good mid laner. CLG has avoided Xpecial, which also helped them to their profit of winning first place. But it it really is amazing just to see a team grow like this and an old team like this. And I know sometimes we get tired of seeing old teams. We always want to see new teams, and I think that's a lot of people like Cloud9. It's because Cloud9 was something new. It was refreshing. Cloud9 came in and with like such a steamroll, being a new team, just being this dominant, great team, and everybody's like, "Oh my God!" But it's always nice to see an older team, even with TSM most of the time, even though they are constantly winning. But an older team just to represent NA is something that's always there, always been around for many years, for in the scene. Um, just doing these like tournaments, they can tell you firsthand, you know, some of the older players on the teams were just doing these shitty tournaments that really didn't mean much around the world, probably at PAX or um, even IEM, I guess, in some extent. And that was pretty much it. And there was no real season. And then we had like season 2, which was like your actual season. You had LCS introduced and this whole different broad stage and so many more opportunities for people. And I can rant and rant and rant about this, but uh, just it's amazing. It's amazing to see, and I hope COG does well. I hope NA, in retrospect, I hope TSM and whoever the third place team, which is next week, or when this is up, it will be going on or be over already. So the third place team, congratulations to you in advance, both on EU and NA side, and it really be a sight to see, honestly. Which leads me right into my next thing. A few roster changes for NA. I was going to wait to do this until the third place seed is ready picked. But we are going to go and start with CLG itself. I don't think CLG is going to change anything. I think CLG will keep what they have as their core. But I think in the next month or next year, maybe year and a half, you'll see a change. Most likely, you're going to see their change in the top lane, or you're going to see a change in the jungle. If I had to choose, it'd probably be a change in the jungle, like Smithy. But right now, they're not going to change anything because things are well. First place, going to Worlds. Can't ask for anything else. TSM, self-explanatory. They're going to need a new top laner. Dyrus is retiring. Dyrus proving himself to be a great top laner, even though with a limited pool and being a passive top laner that he is, that he likes to play just in his little island. I was thinking of people that could replace him. I like Chris as a top laner. People didn't like that style. It doesn't fit TSM style, so it's going to be really weird, which is another reason I'm going to go right to the ADC. It's very likely that they may replace Turtle. Turtle in this performance, I just want to shout out to Turtle because he's been having a hard time, and he gets a lot of criticism for quite some time, but Turtle was doing actually pretty well. And this is something that Turtle can do, is he can do his solo lane, and he can do it quite well and not get caught out and not be too aggressive. And even playing with a Kog'Maw, all 3 games, that was really impressive in my opinion, because I'm a big fan of Kog'Maw, and I know how squishy Kog'Maw is, and he's not that really mobile. Even with your Triforce and your your slow, you still really don't have much to your kit to get away, and you really have to depend on Peel and just stay in the back line and really good positioning. And he did really well. I mean, he was out CSing double F quite a few times on Kog'Maw, and he was not, it wasn't like he was feeding. I mean, maybe there's one game that he was doing really poorly, but he was doing exceptionally well on Kog'Maw, so big shout out to Wild Turtle, really proving himself, showing that he still does care, he still can play at a competitive level. He in the championships for NA to take first place, and I think he played out of everybody. I honestly think he played the best, the best. And there's a few mistakes. I'm not saying he played flawlessly. There was, of course, a few mistakes. A lot of people remember him not backing in the bush properly, being seen and getting hit right with the Ash Arrow, and a few missed positions. But other than that, I think he played, out of the whole series, he played the most flawlessly. So shout out to Turtle. But if they do replace him, I don't see Keith as being a viable option. is because Keith is someone that you need to protect, and he does well with a double lane, I think. And with Lustboy being the roaming support, somebody that goes out, goes around, wards a lot, roams a lot, I don't think Keith is the ADC for them. So I'm not too sure what they're going to do with that, but if I had to pick, it would be the top lane ADC. And if that was not the case, it would be the jungler for sure. I'm not too sure what Santorin's going to do, but we'll see from there. Cloud9 is just a shambles. They're most likely probably looking for a jungler at this time. High may stay. It's really hard that High played such an important role and needed somebody that with that much direction. So High may stay in the jungle. If not, that would probably most likely. I'm not too sure if Incarnation's going to stay with the mid laner. They may replace the mid laner. And the whole Cloud9 team in itself has been talking about leaving, finding a different team. But hopefully they stick through. I hope to see Sneaky. I hope to see Balls. If not on Cloud9, on another team. But most likely, probably going to find a jungler that meshes well with the team, and somebody that's very vocal, somebody that can call the shots and be just a big shot caller, and somebody that gets along with Incarnation, Medios, Incarnation. Anyway, little things here. And what do we got? Team Liquid. I think I'm just gonna finish with this top 4. Team Liquid. Once again, I just don't see them changing. I think they have a core team and they just keep working at it. I'm not too sure what they have to change or what kind of style they have to adapt to, but something like every time in playoffs, they do really well, and they do really well during the split, and then when it comes to playoffs, they get so close, and then something happens. They crash and burn and just get into 3rd place again. So but 3rd place, they're climbing up. I don't see them changing anything as of right now. I see them just keeping their mid lane, Phoenix. I see Special staying. I see Piglet staying. I see I Will Dominate and Quas all staying and wanting to work more and more. So we'll see what happens from there, really. But that was it. I'm going to make this short video. I am sorry. I just wanted to apologize for the lack of content that I've had on here. I've been really busy. Went on vacation to Oregon. I got to see my girlfriend. Yes. So that was exciting. It was really exciting. It was a very pretty place. And it's a great experience, and just been really busy. And I know I always say this, and then you don't see a video from me in a long time, and then I say the same thing. But thank you guys for sticking through me. Subscribe if you like these ZoidRush videos. For the Chalk Talk videos, just a little update at the end here. Chalk Talk, we will try and start them up in the next month. There's a few people that wanted to do it. Like I said, people are really busy. It's really hard to match schedules, so that's the biggest thing. That's the big Debbie Downer here, is Chalk Talk has really suffered. But I will be back every Sunday. Congratulations once again to CLG, and congratulations to Fnatic yet again. Yellow Star, you're amazing. Please just support me to Challenger, and then invite me to any team you're on, because it seems like you're winning and you know what you're doing. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you all for watching. I will see you next week. Make sure you click that subscribe button, that like button. And if you want to follow me for on my social medias, you can click down below, or you can just type them in right over to the left. Left there, or right. You're right, my left, right? Yeah. Anyway, bye guys.